Now, I'm going to walk you through all 7 of these incredible Caribbean destinations in detail. I've ranked them from amazing to absolutely mind-blowing, and I promise you, number 1 is going to surprise you. Most people have never even heard of what makes it so special. I've personally researched every single one of these places, and I'm going to tell you exactly what makes them worth visiting, when to go, and what experiences you absolutely cannot miss. All right, let's dive in with number 7. Picture this: over 50 islands scattered across turquoise waters like emerald secrets just waiting to be discovered. The British Virgin Islands aren't your typical Caribbean destination. This is where luxury meets adventure on the open sea. And it's where sailors from around the world come to experience what many call the perfect sailing conditions. Here's what makes this place so incredibly special. The legendary Sir Francis Drake Channel creates a natural maritime highway that sailors have been using for centuries. The winds here are consistent, the waters are protected, and the islands are positioned so perfectly that you can island hop without ever losing sight of land. You might be wondering, I've never sailed before. Is this still for me? Absolutely. There are tons of crude yacht charters where experienced captains handle everything while you just sit back and enjoy the ride. Now, most Caribbean destinations have 1 or 2 nice beaches, but the British Virgin Islands? They've got something way more interesting than just beaches. Norman Island is rumored to be the actual inspiration for Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island. Legend has it that real pirates actually used these caves to hide their treasure back in the 1700s. Today, you can snorkel through these same caves and imagine what it was like when pirates ruled these waters. And here's something that'll blow your mind: the baths of Virgin Gorda. These aren't your typical beaches with just sand and palm trees. We're talking about massive granite boulders, some as big as houses, creating natural pools, grottos, and hidden passageways. It looks like something from another planet. You can swim through crystal-clear pools, climb over smooth rocks, and explore secret caves that nature carved out over millions of years. It's like a natural water park designed by Mother Nature herself. The snorkeling and diving here is world-class too. The waters are so clear you can see 100 feet down, and the coral reefs are teeming with colorful fish, sea turtles, and if you're lucky, you might even spot a reef shark or 2. Don't worry, they're harmless. The best time to visit? Mid-December through April gives you temperatures between 75 to 85 degrees with minimal rainfall and absolutely perfect sailing conditions. The sea is calm, the skies are blue, and the trade winds are just right for cruising between islands. But here's the thing: while the British Virgin Islands are incredible for sailing and beach adventures, they're just getting us warmed up. Number 6 is where things start to get really colorful, and I mean that literally. Have you ever seen a city so colorful, it looks like someone painted every building with every color of the rainbow? Welcome to Curaçao, where the capital city of Willemstad looks like a box of crayons exploded in the most beautiful way possible. The story behind these colors is actually pretty fascinating. Legend says that back in the 1800s, a governor complained that the bright Caribbean sun reflecting off white buildings was giving him headaches. So he passed a law requiring all buildings to be painted in colors. Whether that story is true or not, the result is absolutely stunning. Willemstad is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and walking through its streets feels like stepping into a vibrant living postcard. But Curaçao isn't just about pretty buildings and Instagram-worthy photos. This island has some seriously incredible experiences that most tourists never even know about. You might be thinking, okay, nice buildings, but what else is there? Here's where Curaçao gets really interesting. This island sits on some of the healthiest coral reefs in the entire Caribbean. While other islands have seen their reefs damaged by hurricanes and climate change, Curaçao's reefs are thriving. The diving and snorkeling here is absolutely world-class. And here's the best part. You don't need to take a boat tour or hire a guide. At beaches like Playa Lagoon and Cas Abao, you can literally walk into the water from the beach and within minutes find yourself surrounded by schools of tropical fish, sea turtles, and vibrant coral formations. And if you're into unique experiences, you absolutely have to visit the Curaçao liqueur distillery. You know that bright blue liqueur you see in tropical cocktails? It comes from right here, made from the dried peel of a fruit called the Lahara orange that only grows on Curaçao. The distillery tour is fascinating. You learn about the history, see how it's made, and yes, you get to sample it too. The island also has this really cool blend of cultures. It was a Dutch colony, but the people speak Papiamento, which is this amazing mix of Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch, and African languages. The food reflects this too. You've got Dutch pancakes served alongside Caribbean seafood and South American influences. It's like a cultural melting pot on a tiny island. February through April is your sweet spot for visiting. Low humidity, temp between 75 and 85 degrees, and way fewer crowds than the peak winter season. Plus, Curaçao sits outside the hurricane belt, so you don't have to worry about storms even in the summer months. Now, Curaçao is amazing, but wait until you see what's coming next. Number 5 has beaches that have literally been voted the best in the entire world multiple years in a row. I want you to imagine water so incredibly clear and blue that it looks like someone cranked up the saturation in Photoshop. Except this isn't edited. This is real life in Turks and Caicos. Grace Bay Beach isn't just another pretty beach. It's been crowned by TripAdvisor, Condé Nast, and basically every travel publication as one of the world's most beautiful shorelines year after year. And when you see that powder white sand that feels like baby powder under your feet, meeting water so transparent you can see your feet even when you're 30 feet deep, you'll understand exactly why. Here's something most people don't realize. Turks and Caicos sits on the 3rd largest coral reef system on the entire planet. That means the snorkeling and diving here isn't just good, it's absolutely world-class. The reef is called the Columbus Passage, and it drops off into an underwater wall that plunges thousands of feet into the deep blue. Diving this wall is like flying over the edge of the world. But there's something even more special that happens here. And it's one of those bucket list experiences that most people don't even know is possible. Have you ever wanted to swim with whales? Not whale sharks, actual humpback whales, some of the largest creatures on Earth? Between January and April, humpback whales migrate through the waters around Salt Cay. These gentle giants come here to mate and give birth. And Turks and Caicos is one of the few places in the world where you can actually get in the water and swim alongside them. Imagine being in the ocean and suddenly this massive creature, bigger than a school bus, glides past you, making eye contact. It's one of those experiences that gives you goosebumps and makes you feel incredibly small and incredibly lucky at the same time. And let's talk about the food for a second. The conch here is absolutely legendary. Conch is this giant sea snail that's a delicacy in the Caribbean, and Turks and Caicos does it better than anywhere else. Fresh conch salad with lime and peppers, conch fritters that are crispy on the outside and tender inside, cracked conch that's breaded and fried. If you're a seafood lover, this is your paradise. The island also has this laid-back luxury vibe that's hard to find anywhere else. It's not overcrowded like some Caribbean islands. There are no cruise ships docking here, and the resorts are spread out so you never feel like you're packed in with thousands of other tourists. April through June is when the magic happens. Pleasant 80 to 85 degree weather, minimal rain, and way fewer tourists than the winter months. You get the same incredible beaches and perfect weather, but without the crowds and without the inflated winter prices. But here's the thing. As absolutely stunning as Turks and Caicos is, number 4 has something that'll blow your mind. 365 beaches. That's right, one beach for every single day of the year. Yes, you heard that right. 365 beaches. Antigua literally has a different beach for every single day of the year. Can you even imagine that? Located in the heart of the Leeward Islands, Antigua is where serious sailing culture meets absolutely pristine natural beauty. This isn't just a marketing slogan. They literally counted. And there are 365 beaches on this one island. You might be wondering, with that many beaches, how do I even choose? How do I know which ones are worth visiting? Well, let me give you the inside scoop on the absolute must-see beaches. Half Moon Bay is this stunning crescent of pink-tinged sand with waves that are perfect for body surfing. Dickenson Bay is more protected and calm, perfect for families with kids or anyone who wants to just float in crystal clear water without any waves. And then there's Darkwood Beach, which is more off the beaten path and gives you that deserted island feeling. But here's where Antigua gets really interesting. English Harbour and Nelson's Dockyard. This isn't just some marina with boats. It's a historic naval dockyard that's been carefully restored to its 18th century glory. You can walk through the same buildings where Admiral Horatio Nelson, one of Britain's greatest naval heroes, once planned battles and supervised ship repairs. The harbor is still active today, hosting some of the world's most prestigious sailing events, including Antigua Sailing Week, which attracts sailors from all over the globe. And if you're into sailing, even if you've never sailed before in your life, Antigua is the perfect place to try it. The conditions here are ideal: steady trade winds, protected harbors, and calm waters. You can take a sunset sailing cruise, try your hand at learning to sail, or even charter a catamaran for the day and pretend you're a millionaire. The island also has this really cool mix of British colonial history and Caribbean culture. You'll find historic sugar plantation ruins, ancient forts overlooking the harbors, and charming villages where locals still practice traditional boat-building techniques passed down through generations. Mid-December through April gives you that sweet, dry season weather, 75 to 85 degrees, minimal rainfall, and perfect beach weather day after day after day. The water is warm, the skies are clear, and the Caribbean sun is shining. Now, Antigua is absolutely amazing with its endless beaches and sailing culture, but number 3 has something you literally cannot find anywhere else in the Caribbean: an entire island that smells like heaven. Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. You step off the plane, and before you even see anything, you smell it. The air itself smells like nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, and vanilla all mixed together. Welcome to Grenada, affectionately known as the Spice Island. This isn't your typical Caribbean destination where it's all about beaches and resorts. Sure, Grenada's got beautiful beaches. Grand Anse Beach is consistently ranked as one of the best in the Caribbean. But Grenada offers something way more unique and memorable than just another pretty beach. Here's something wild. About 1/3 of the world's entire nutmeg supply comes from this tiny island. Nutmeg is so important to Grenada that it's actually on their national flag. You can tour historic nutmeg processing stations where they still use traditional methods that haven't changed in over 100 years. You'll see workers sorting and drying the nutmeg, smell the incredible aroma, and learn about how this spice literally shaped the island's entire economy and culture. But here's where Grenada gets really wild and unique. It's home to the world's first underwater sculpture park. Let that sink in for a second. An art gallery, underwater, on the ocean floor. At Molinere Bay, artists have created over 65 sculptures that sit on the ocean floor in about 15 to 25 feet of water. As you snorkel or scuba dive around them, you're not just looking at static art pieces. You're watching these sculptures transform into living reefs. Coral grows on them, fish make homes in the crevices, and the sculptures become part of the ecosystem. It's like visiting an art gallery and an aquarium at the exact same time. Some of the sculptures are pretty thought-provoking too. There's one called Vicissitudes that shows a circle of children holding hands, and over time, coral has grown all over them, connecting them to the reef. You might be thinking, what about adventure and hiking? Grand Etang National Park is waiting for you. This is lush, proper rainforest with trails that take you past volcanic crater lakes, hidden waterfalls, and through jungles so green and alive, you'll feel like you're in Jurassic Park. The wildlife here is incredible. You'll see wild monkeys swinging through the trees, rare tropical birds, and if you're really lucky, maybe even the endangered Grenada dove. The island is small and compact, which is actually perfect for travelers. In a single day, you can start your morning snorkeling in crystal clear waters, spend your afternoon hiking through a rainforest to a waterfall, visit a spice plantation to learn about nutmeg and cocoa, and finish your day watching the sunset from a beach with a rum punch in hand. Try doing that on a big island. It's impossible. The local food is also incredible. Grenadian cuisine blends African, French, and Indian influences with all those spices grown right on the island. You've got to try the national dish called oil down. It's a one-pot meal with breadfruit, salted meat, dumplings, and coconut milk all cooked together with callaloo greens. It sounds weird, but trust me, it's delicious. January through May is your ideal window for visiting. Dry season with temperatures from 75 to 85 degrees and comfortable Caribbean weather. The island is less crowded than some of the bigger Caribbean destinations, so you get a more authentic local experience. But wait until you hear about number 2. This island has a rhythm, an energy, a cultural force that has literally influenced the entire world. Bob Marley, jerk chicken, reggae music, Usain Bolt, cool runnings. Jamaica isn't just another island in the Caribbean. It's a cultural phenomenon that has influenced music, food, and sports around the entire world. Here's what makes Jamaica fundamentally different from every other Caribbean destination. It has soul. From the moment you step off the plane, you feel the energy. It's in the music playing everywhere. It's in the way people talk and laugh. It's in the smell of jerk seasoning smoking over pimento wood. It's in the vibrant colors painted on every building. Everything on this island pulses with this incredible vibrancy and life force that you just don't find anywhere else in the Caribbean. Let's talk about something most people don't know. Jamaica isn't just beaches and resorts. The Blue Mountains in the eastern part of the island rise over 7,400 feet above sea level. These misty, dramatic mountain peaks produce some of the world's most expensive and sought-after coffee, Blue Mountain coffee, which is so prized that most of it gets exported to Japan, where coffee connoisseurs pay premium prices for it. Hiking these mountain trails gives you views that'll take your breath away. You can actually see both the north and south coasts of the island from the peaks, and on a really clear day, you can even see Cuba in the distance. And the beaches? Jamaica has some of the most famous and beautiful beaches in the entire Caribbean. 7 Mile Beach in Negril is perfect for watching those legendary Caribbean sunsets where the sky turns orange and pink and the sun literally melts into the ocean. Doctor's Cave Beach in Montego Bay has waters that locals have believed have healing properties for over 100 years. People used to come here specifically to take the waters for various ailments. Treasure Beach on the south coast is quieter and more local, where you can meet fishermen bringing in the day's catch and experience real Jamaican life away from the tourist areas. But here's something really special that you absolutely cannot miss: the Luminous Lagoon in Falmouth. At night, the water here literally glows with this electric blue bioluminescent light. Microscopic organisms called dinoflagellates live in the water, and when the water is disturbed, when you swim, splash, or move your arms, they emit this glowing blue light. Imagine swimming at night through glowing water under the stars, and every movement you make creates these trails of blue light. It looks like something out of a fantasy movie, but it's completely real and completely natural. The music scene is legendary. Live reggae, dancehall, ska, music is everywhere, and it's not just performed for tourists. This is how Jamaicans express themselves, how they celebrate, how they process life. You can visit the Bob Marley Museum in Kingston, see where he lived and recorded, and really understand how one man's music spread a message of peace and love to the entire world. And we have to talk about the food. Jerk seasoning originated in Jamaica. It's a spicy blend of Scotch bonnet peppers, allspice, thyme, and other spices that gets rubbed on chicken or pork and then smoked over pimento wood. The result is this spicy, smoky, incredibly flavorful meat that's unlike anything else. You haven't truly experienced Jamaica until you've eaten jerk chicken from a roadside jerk pit, standing there with locals, eating with your hands, with that smoke in the air. December through April gives you the best weather, 75 to 85 degrees, dry conditions, minimal hurricane risk, and perfect beach weather. The water is warm, the skies are clear, and the whole island is alive with energy. Now, Jamaica is absolutely incredible, and honestly, it almost took the #1 spot. The culture, the music, the food, the beaches, it's all phenomenal. But there's one Caribbean destination that combines dramatic natural landscapes, luxury resorts, and unique natural wonders in a way that's simply unmatched anywhere else. Drum roll, please. Our #1 Caribbean destination is St. Lucia, and here's exactly why this island deserves the top spot. Picture this, 2 volcanic peaks rising straight out of the Caribbean Sea like nature's own skyscrapers. The pitons, Gros Piton and Petit Piton, are so dramatic, so stunning, so geologically unique that UNESCO declared them a World Heritage Site. These aren't just hills or mountains. These are ancient volcanic plugs that tower over 400 feet straight up from the sea. They're the iconic image of St. Lucia, and when you see them in person, with that lush green vegetation covering them and the blue Caribbean waters at their base, it takes your breath away. But St. Lucia isn't just about the views and the photo opportunities. It's got something no other Caribbean island can offer. The world's only drive-in volcano. Let me repeat that. You can drive your car into a volcano. At Sulphur Springs Park, you can actually drive into the crater of a dormant volcano. You get out of your car, and you're standing on the surface of an active geothermal area where volcanic gases still escape from the earth. Steam rises all around you. The smell of sulfur fills the air, and you can see bubbling mud pools and hot springs. It's like being on another planet. Then you can soak in the volcanic mud baths that locals swear will make your skin feel 10 years younger. The mud is warm from the volcanic heat beneath, and it's packed with minerals. You cover yourself in this gray mud, let it dry in the Caribbean sun, then wash it off in natural hot springs. Your skin afterward feels incredibly soft and smooth. There's a reason this place has been attracting visitors for over 200 years. You might be wondering, okay, the pitons are beautiful and the volcano is cool, but what about beaches? Don't worry. St. Lucia has some of the most unique and beautiful beaches in the Caribbean. Anse, Chastanet, and Sugar Beach aren't your typical white sand beaches. They have golden and sometimes dark volcanic sand, and they're nestled right at the base of the pitons. Imagine lying on a beach with views of those dramatic volcanic peaks towering above you, crystal clear water in front of you, and lush tropical jungle behind you. It's absolutely surreal. The snorkeling and diving here is also world-class. The coral reefs are healthy and vibrant, and the underwater visibility is excellent. You can snorkel right off the beach at Anse Chastanet and see colorful fish, sea turtles, and intricate coral formations. And the food scene in St. Lucia is phenomenal. The island blends African, French, and British influences into what's called Creole cuisine. You've got fresh fish prepared with exotic spices, tropical fruits you've probably never even heard of, and dishes that combine European cooking techniques with Caribbean ingredients. The national dish is green figs and saltfish. Despite the name, green figs are actually green bananas, and it's served with salted codfish, and it's surprisingly delicious. Every Friday night in the fishing village of Anse Raye, they have what's called the Friday night fish fry. The entire village comes alive. Local fishermen grill fresh fish right on the street. There's live music, locals and tourists dancing together, and the air is filled with the smell of grilled fish and Caribbean spices. It's one of those authentic cultural experiences that tourism boards can't create. It's just real life in St. Lucia, and visitors are welcome to join in. You should also visit Castries market in the capital. This vibrant market is where locals shop for fresh produce, spices, handmade crafts, and souvenirs. The colors are incredible. Piles of tropical fruits in every shade of yellow, orange, and red. Vendors selling fresh cocoa and vanilla beans. Hand-woven baskets, wood carvings, and hot sauces so spicy they'll make you cry. The market vendors are friendly and love chatting with visitors, and it gives you real insight into daily life on the island. February through May is your perfect window for visiting St. Lucia. Minimal rainfall, temperatures from 75 to 85 degrees, and fewer tourists compared to the peak winter months. The island is lush and green, the weather is comfortable, and you can actually get better deals on accommodations. St. Lucia also has luxury resorts that are considered some of the best in the entire Caribbean. Many are all-inclusive, meaning your meals, drinks, and activities are included in your stay. Some resorts even have rooms with private plunge pools overlooking the pitons. Imagine waking up, stepping into your private pool, and watching the sunrise over those dramatic volcanic peaks with a cup of local cocoa tea in hand. The rich cultural blend shows up everywhere on the island. The official language is English, which makes it easy for travelers, but locals speak Creole, which is this beautiful melodic language that blends French and African influences. The music is a mix of traditional calypso, zouk, and soca, and the people are incredibly warm and welcoming. Liming is the local term for just hanging out and enjoying life, and that relaxed, friendly attitude is everywhere you go. So there you have it, the 7 absolute best places to visit in the Caribbean, ranked and explained in detail. From the sailing paradise of the British Virgin Islands with its 50 islands waiting to be explored, to the colorful streets of Curaçao, the world's most beautiful beaches in Turks and Caicos, Antigua's incredible 365 beaches, the spice-scented air of Grenada, Jamaica's cultural energy and rhythm, and finally, St. Lucia's volcanic drama and natural wonders that earned it the #1 spot. Each destination offers something completely unique that'll make your Caribbean vacation unforgettable. Whether you want underwater adventures, pristine beaches, cultural immersion, adventure sports, or luxury relaxation, you now know exactly where to go, when to visit, and what makes each place truly special. Now, before you go booking your Caribbean vacation, I need to show you something that's going to blow your mind. While everyone else is fighting for space on crowded Caribbean beaches, there's a hidden island paradise that most Americans have never even heard of, and it might actually be better than the Caribbean. I'm talking about an island where dramatic volcanic cliffs drop into crystal clear Atlantic waters, where you can swim in natural volcanic pools, hike through mystical cloud forests, and experience Portuguese culture with perfect year-round weather. The crazy part? Flights from the US are often cheaper than flying to St. Lucia, and it's way less crowded. I just created a complete first-time travel guide for Madeira, Portugal for 2026. The 7 things you absolutely must do when you visit. Trust me, after watching that video, you might just change your vacation plans entirely. This place is the Caribbean's best-kept secret competitor, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Click here to watch it now before everyone else catches on.